Hey, welcome to the Wholesaling and Flipping Houses in New York show. I'm Michael Pinter, and this is where I teach you how to start wholesaling or flipping houses in New York. And if you're already doing it, I help you grow your business. So this is a pretty basic question. It's by request, and I tend to take for granted some of the knowledge that I know and sort of don't understand that some people don't know it. So I had a question about, the question was how to really structure a list and what you do with a list. And I didn't really understand the question, but I think I do now. So it's important to understand what happens when you get a list. So the question was specifically about a prop stream list, but it really applies to almost any list. So what do you do with the list once you get it? How do you, really, what do you do with it step by step? So whether it's a prop stream list, let's just take prop stream. You're going to run a search. You're going to filter it. I did a video about what to filter for. And then you're going to then save the list. You then download that list, and it comes in an Excel or a CSV file, which is the way most data comes. And all you have then is you have names, you have property addresses, and you have mailing addresses. The only thing you can really do with that list is mail it. Now, mail is great. I mail. I just got tons of return mail recently that I got to work through. But don't make the mistake that I made, that most people make, which is mailing once and saying, "Oh, it doesn't work." You got to if you can't, you have to budget and plan for mailing any list at least 6 or 7 times, or don't mail it once. Believe me when I say that. I know it seems crazy, but it just doesn't work unless you mail multiple times. You won't get the results from it. So what do you do with this list if you don't want to mail it, or if you can't afford to mail it, if it's too big to mail a bunch of times? You then have to skip trace it. So I did a video on skip tracing, what it is, but basically it's taking that data and getting you phone numbers. Now there's a lot of places to skip trace. You can go to batch skip tracing. There's tons of places that you can obviously skip trace through me. I think my skip tracing service is the best, which I can't even tell their name right now. But they're the cheapest, 8 cents a hit. You only get charged if you get a phone number. Gives you up to 3 phone numbers, and you got to skip trace the list if you want to market it via phone, via calling, texting, or RVMing, right? Which is 3 things I do besides mail. So you got to skip trace the list. You got to pay for that. Then you have phone numbers, and then you can call, text, or RVM, ringless voicemail, the numbers. But once you just skip trace that list, again, you should save the list. It's important to save it, but you got to send it to a skip tracing company, either mine, or some others, and get phone numbers for it. It's the only way, I believe, to market to lists effectively today. So again, when I get a list, I mail it multiple times, 6, 7 times. I call it. I have callers call it. I text it, and I RVM it, ringless voicemail, the list too. So that's what you have to do. I mean, I sort of took for granted that people understand that that's how it works, but people don't know that. And I apologize now, and I'll probably do it 1,000 times more in the future, where I'm going to assume that people watching this know what I know. But you get the list, you download the list, or wherever you're getting a list from, whether you're getting a list from Listability or from PropStream, you download that list, and then you send that to a skip tracing service so that you can get phone numbers. That is the process, okay? The person, I think in the request, he asked me about printing it. You don't print lists. That's a waste of time. All that list is going to be mailing addresses anyway. You should not be doing your own mail, right? You should use a mailing service. It saves you money anyway. And you should not be working off paper, right? Paper is not good, right? You need some kind of system to capture prospects who say they're interested, and paper is not acceptable. I've had people come in here and go, "I have files." And I said, you can't do that, because if somebody calls you, you need to be able to search quickly for a name or an address, and paper does not allow you to do that. So you want to keep everything in electronic format, and you're going to send it to a mail house or a skip tracing provider or a texting service or a cold caller, wherever you're going to do it. It's going to be in an electronic format. So you keep it in electronic format. Excel is great. It helps. But that's really what you do with a list. So if you're interested in getting any help from me, you can go to howtoflipnewyork.com to see the ways that I can help you. Please like these videos if you get any value out of them. If you're watching on the YouTube, please subscribe. My phone number is below or above, depending on where you're watching this, on Facebook or on YouTube. You can call me with questions. Please keep sending requests. I love the fact that I have a bunch of requests stacked up. It's easier for me to not have to think about what I'm going to talk about each day. So I like using requests. It's helpful to me. Again, and there's no foolish requests. If someone called me and said I had a request, but I thought it was too basic. There's no request that's too basic. So any request is fine. And another person called me and said, I was afraid that maybe you did a video on it already. If you put in a request and I did a video on it, I'll just send you the link to the YouTube video. I've done that before if it's recent. And if it's not recent, I'll probably do a new video on it because things change over time, right? I've been doing these for a couple of years at the time of this recording. So I'm happy. Any requests, there are no bad requests. So please keep the requests coming. Like these videos if you get any value out of them. Subscribe on YouTube and let me know if I can help you in any way. Thanks for watching.